my name's Marge. I'm a Hilka. I'm an empath. I just like to do these little talks, how I feel about things, and yeah, I feel pretty good. I didn't sleep last night. I don't even know if I'd even hit Delta sleep. My sleep wave. I don't know. I didn't sleep good. So I'm not firing on all cylinders, but so should have just got up and, started doing something, but I always am more tired the next day when I don't sleep if I just lay there. If I get up and I do something, usually the next day I'm a little bit more coherent, but I didn't. I just laid there, and I think the resistance in me of wanting to sleep freaking makes me more tired. So anyway, I was thinking about hypocrisy, Sometimes part of being a human, having a human experience, just being a spirit. I mean, spirits really don't have rules because they don't look at paradigms like good and evil. They're just more of a vibrational sense, and that's this. When I speak in these terms, this is my channel. I'm based on my frame of reference and my experience, and I'm not trying to change anybody or convince anybody of anything. I just like to give my senses 2 cents, 4 6, 6 cents. I just, everybody has their right to their say, and this is mine. And and a lot of the stuff that I think is confirmed by, what other people think. That's alignment. Anyway, because I always talk, I frequently talk about experiences I've had with alcohol and how awful alcohol is for me. And struggles that I've had with that. The hypocrisy is I believe in cannabis CBD medicine for it could benefit everybody. Animals, plants. It is from the plant, not plants really, but animals, kids, just the CBD. It's all these stigmas of things are breaking down, and I'm pretty excited about that myself, because people are finding out for themselves. And, I don't even like, I have a lot of physical pain, and I try to, I can transmute a lot of that with my mind, but the reality of the situation is the physical pain that I have is constant reminder of my imbalance from before, of my ego carrying too much, trying, look at me, look how strong I am, look what I can do. Now my body feels it, So I eat the CBD medicine. I don't even like those dabs. They freaking kill me. I don't like that stuff, And they put alcohol in that anyway, so my body probably knows, because I have an allergy to alcohol, and once I start, I don't stop, and I don't have control what I'm gonna, because my ego takes over, and self-will, it runs riot. But there is a big difference between alcohol and CBD to me. To some people, there is no difference. To me, there is all the difference, but I'm not here to convince nobody. It's whatever anyone can live with, I see people, the things that they can live with is amazing to me. The things that people can live with. People that freaking have so much money, they don't even think about having to worry about money, but then they're telling people, senior citizens, you can have $750 a month for Social Security. But that's it. No more for you, because you don't work. It's all changing. I watched Sadguru this morning. I haven't watched Sadguru. I saw Sadguru when I moved out here in 2016. He was up in Seattle, so I took a day trip to drive up to see. I'm like, well, shoot, if he can travel all the way from India, the least I can do is drive up from Salem to see him. I can meet him that far, so I got me a ticket, and I was supposed to go with my friend, and she ended up, I don't know, going on a booty call in Europe. So I drove up there and I got to see Sadguru. And if you go to my my Instagram page, there's a picture of him there. He looked right at me. They always make eye contact with me. Of course, I always get a new bow tie for said occasion, so I kind of stand out. And like attracts like, and he's a vibration. But he had made the post he made was, can a modern woman be a good wife? And at first I was like, well, that's kind of a mantastic thing to say. And then I thought about it, and that was like the most scrutiny I could come up with, right? I was like, right on, and then I was like, well, wait a minute. And then my comment I put on there was, can a man become balanced enough within himself to find an equal match? Yep. I like thinking out of the box. Anyway, so maybe sleep deprivation is good. I made some notes last night. Notes. They always sound better when I'm doing. Sometimes I get all fired up and I get an idea of like this, talk I'm going to do, and it's going to be great. Then sometimes I make the notes and do it, and it just kind of, sometimes the reality of how you think things are going to go don't necessarily match up to how they really go down. And, well, there goes the disappointment. But I don't have any tie to any outcome of these. It's kind of a video library, people in my family have memory deficits, so maybe one day things are going to start slipping away. So if that happens to me, I'll have an account. But this kind of goes along with what I was talking about. I might not be into what you are into, because there's so many people that are into anything, and I'm changing my attitude too. I need to be a little whatever brings people joy. It doesn't matter what they're looking at, I guess. Maybe focusing on their reason, because Sadguru reminded me also that people aren't bad and good. It's just their desires are set towards different things is all. People have different desires. Some people have more desire for running water than they do dog food. I don't. I have more desire to feed my dogs, and I couldn't pay my water bill, and then it got out of hand. Now I think it's up to like $850 a month, but wouldn't it make more sense to use that money to move? I don't want to stay here. Oregon doesn't want me here either. I don't want to live in a state where the government officials don't go to work and they get charged $500 a day for not going to work. 2 days, they don't even care. 2 days could get my water turned back on. They don't care. Anyway, I might not be into what you are into. I can still be happy that you are happy, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. That's one thing I'd really like people to get is, you can't take from other people. It doesn't matter how hurt your feelings get, or how small you feel, or how lonely you felt for as long as you felt. It don't matter. You have to handle your own emotions, and you have to learn how to let people handle their emotions, to help or to hinder. When do you help? I always help when I can, but if I'm helping more than they're willing to help themselves, that is where, to me, the hindrance comes in. I meet people where they're at, give a little to you, you give a little to me, I give a little to you, you give a little to me. Cooperation is nature's way. It was never intended for somebody to give, and the other to take. That creates an imbalance, resentment, a whole lot of mess. See, I got real good with being alone, not having any friends, me and Mom and my dogs, my family, and I have really good imagination. Mom's always laughing at me at the things I say, saying, you always entertain yourself. Well, I got real good at it, So I'm not about to bring people into my goodness, my happy, my joy, that are going to try and freaking suck and draw from it. I just assume hang out by myself. Yeah. I think other people are learning that too. Rain the last couple days, today and yesterday. If feels like fall to me. I'm so grateful. So thank you that it is cool where we are. I hear in other parts of the world the heat is extreme. As above, so below. I think geographical maps, lines, latitude, longitude are like sum of averages for the people on the ground. So when there is no country on this planet right now that is peaceful and everything's great and the people love what the government's doing and the government is taking there it don't exist. So all that stuff, all that unrest is coming out and manifesting in the weather. That is why the Midwest is being scoured and cleansed. A lot of bad stuff went down in there when this land started. That don't just go unnoticed. Karma don't go unnoticed. It don't. No. And I don't even look at it as punishment. It ain't punishment. People spend their lives practicing what they are. Either they will end up happy or sad. Yeah. What are you looking at? Are you spending your days looking at freaking, I'm in IT and I've seen a lot of those old CTR monitors. They had, sometimes they'd flash and you'd get an imprint of the last image before it died, like before whatever happened, wherever the malfunction was in it, but you'd get an imprint of the last burned image on the screen, right? And sometimes these images, to me, I'll see a picture and it'll promote or provoke a frequency of me, of things that have made me feel that way, right? And kind of ging, and either I'm going to be empathetic and allow those emotions sometimes, happen, or I'm going to just block it out. And that resistance, that's what causes disease. So I cry all the time. I'll cry and I don't even care. I'll cry anywhere. If I feel the emotion move me, I'm going to allow it to move me. Yeah. I'm a freaking. So, I don't care. I ain't in this for nobody else, I guess. But, so when people focus on things that keep making them happy in life, you're going to just that's how you're going to end up, Beth Chapman passed away yesterday. She's 51 years old. I used to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter here and there, on, and she had moxie, and she didn't care about what people thought about how she dressed. She had her own way, and she left this earth plane and she's on to the transition. And I thank you for your service, because your heart was genuine. That's all I can say about that. That's what I feel. The genuineness in my heart recognized the genuineness in hers. And I just, I know what it's like to miss people, and sucks that Dog and the rest of her family are gonna have to miss her for a little while, but you'll be reunited one day, rest assured. Pure hearts don't die evil, and evil hearts don't die pure. And I really need to adjust my thinking that there is not so much good and evil. Well, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. I want to stick to the notes because I'm getting long. Relationships. When I think about relationships, what are relationships to me? They help me practice how to love people. Sometimes I didn't think I'd love people right. That's why I didn't stick around. Maybe if I acted right, they'd want to call me and, hey, Marge, let's hang out. I could never figure out how they wanted me to treat them, because I'd treat them however they wanted me to. Thing is when you treat people real good, sometimes people don't feel real good about themselves. It makes them feel awkward and insecure. They just assume avoid those feelings. So with that comes me. But more people are talking about feelings and emotions these days, and I try to help teach people to do that it's okay and it's comfortable, and the strength is in that. The strength isn't in the resistance of avoiding emotion. The strength is expressing and sharing them openly and freely, even if you cry. spend my life focusing on my love for things over the things I hate. There were periods I focused on the things that I hate. That does me no good. Justifiable anger will kill me. Everybody's justified for their anger. So, happy now? Let it go. You can't take it with you anyway. The only thing it'll do, anger, will get you to source quicker. Creates dissonance, cancer, imbalance, all that jazz. Bugs and weeds are here to balance out. Okay. I've been learning about plant medicine. Yesterday I learned from, God, I didn't get the guy's page name. Learned from the guy, see, we're supposed to be the custodians of the earth. I love plants. I love Luther Burbank. Do yourself a favor, check him out. And I always think about how making new varieties of fruits and stuff like that, because cooperation is nature's way. You know, some stuff might not taste good. Like, yeah, the strawberry banana, when you mix the two flavors, I'm sure somebody can put the two together to make a strawberry, but I want to do it. These are the things that I want to try. I just want to live on my own little compound and just create things. Other people do it. I can do it too. This was heavy on my spirit last night, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to end up on this. I don't talk about, like, relationships, my personal, because I'm not good at them. I like straight girls. I had one relationship. Longest, I'm 45, and the longest relationship I ever had was 3.5 years, and I was not happy. It was because of me, and and the things that she taught me I will for always be grateful for. It was just never a right time. It was just, the timing was always off. Like, all the stuff that I am into now, she was into before me and tried to get me to see it, and I wasn't ready to see it, and it was just out of alignment. Nonetheless, I don't necessarily think, when I think in terms of same flame or, ideal partner or whatever like that, I used to think that it was someone that was just like me. I am wrong for that. It's somebody that complements my deficits. And my experience happened with my energetic match. The person that I met that complimented me more than anybody else in the whole world, her name's Nora. And see, I couldn't just be her friend. So I had to freaking throw a fit and do my Marge flare, and that cost me knowing her. And I would have been okay with just being her friend, you know? But my ego wanted more, and at the time I was drinking, so my ego won. It won. I burned the bridge down. I freaking blew up the mountainsides that the bridge was connected to. I leveled it completely. Leveled it. Yep. Because I wanted to obliterate my ego. Because I was like, I can't, I have my reasons. Anyway. The thing is, she's part of me of staying away from alcohol is not acting any kind of way I used to act anymore. She has a page. I think maybe one day, hopefully, if the planets align just right, I'm going to be able to make a face-to-face amends to her. She hates me, and the idea of me just... I'm blocked from, I haven't seen her page in 2 years, and she has a Facebook page, OB Dog Journey. That's how we met. That's how we connected back in 2012. I was one of the early fans, and we ended up being friends and thought we were going to be more, but it didn't happen that way. I was just another experiment. Yeah, I'm a safe place to experiment, but Anyway, I don't want to get too much into that story. There's other talkings about that, but my point is so that I can stay on my, that's, I would like to make an amends to her. So I don't think I'm going to get that chance face to face. So maybe I'll do that right here. and if the planets line up, she'll get it. Because I don't, that's the thing, is like she said I was even a stalker one time. Like I said, I've explained my side to all these, and there is an explanation for everything. It's just funny because I never made like fake accounts or catfished or anything like that. I always tried to meet her direct, I'm still friends with her mom on Facebook, so I can't be all that bad. Mom's always liked me. Anyway, I miss Obi. He lost 50 pounds. He encouraged me to lose 50 pounds. He did it first. I'm like, well, dog can do it. I can do it, He had a lot of help from Nora. See, and that's the thing, is I thought that she and I could freaking work together to help a lot of people and a lot of pets. And, well, I burned the bridge. Because my self-will, I let it go. That's why I can't drink. I ruin everything. She was my best friend that I ever had. And I don't know if we were going to stay friends, I mean, obviously it wasn't intended to, but the reason what I found out is all those aspects in me, like, they were all the parts that I saw in her that I thought were so great. And I had them in me, but I couldn't see them in me. I couldn't see all those aspects that my energetic match had, that I looked at it as my energetic match. I couldn't see because when I had to have her go away before I could start seeing them in me. Yeah. Because I recognized her as my best friend, and I wasn't at the point in my journey yet where I could be an energetically whole, where I could be, of use to other human being. And it took me a long time, but I'm there now. So I don't try to tie outcomes to any kind of situation, because that might, land on that one. I think of possibilities. I like to think of possibilities, but like a roulette going around and around, but I don't like to think of a number that it's going to land on. I'm not big in gambling. So maybe, there's a possibility for everything. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm running my mouth way too long today. I'm sure things will pan out. What else was so I don't want to leave it on that heavy note. So plants, this is a good news. One of the things I do on this channel is I talk about the world how I want to see it. And here's a cool story with the water thing, is I'm like, why don't they just pay me to take care of this area and clean it up? We're supposed to be the custodians of the earth, and that way you don't have to summons 4 people that make $25 an hour to come out and do the thing that one person can maintain the whole time, right? Well, I said that in hopes of manifesting a world to do that one day, and then I saw Portland's doing that now. They're hiring homeless people to be the custodians of beaches and make $15 an hour to freaking pick up trash on a beach that they're sleeping on. So that tells me, I know that I don't like mainstream media, because it paints an unclear picture of the reality of the community that is being built in local areas, So, but are you going to see that community unless you get out in it? To each his own. It's what everyone can live with. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.